give them the thumbs up, we're live. Oh, we're live. We're live.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Hump. I'm working out the kinks. I'm gonna get better at this. I swear. I promise. I promise. Thanks for everybody tuning in this week. I am Franchise Cam, man. Live and direct. My man Moan Lover's in the building.
What's happening? Tagging people in my live feed.
Oh, there you go. Get the tagging then. I probably will tag like a little later. All right. So we got a nice little topic today, man. We're gonna, talk about the breaking points and what sets you off, and how you cannot, be set off. And we got
the base audience is Cleveland, so everybody's good with rage and aggression.
Yeah, well, it depends. Like, everybody don't like hitting people. Nah, whatever. All right, so we got a national sponsor today, Hertford Employment Services, located at 2490 Lee Road Boulevard, Suite 305, Cleveland Heights, Ohio 44118, offering BCI and FBI fingerprint services, also CPR, first aid, and BLS training. Classes for your needs. Please call 216-714-CPRI.
CPRI. I will also post that to my Instagram and Facebook feed.
So that's our sponsor for this week and a couple of shows or whatever. So anyway, we'll be giving you the information a little bit later in the show. For you guys for all your employment needs, just give them a call. I guess our topic kind of got started from a movie called Unhinged that I haven't seen yet, but Goldie was telling us some stuff about it, and it was basically about a dude that he was just having a bad day, and somebody sent him over the top. So we was just wondering, what sets you off over the top, and what are some of the things that really like get you going, and what are some of the things you do to calm down to keep you from killing somebody? You know what I mean? Like for me, some of my biggest pet peeves, and I don't never say I want to hit somebody for doing it, but you ever like open a door for a woman and she don't say thank you?
Yeah,
it is
not just women.
Well, I mean, dudes. I mean, of course yeah, dudes. I mean, dudes will say thank you or whatever. But I mean, women is you're almost obligated to open the door for them. I mean, you are obligated. Chivalry. You open the door for a woman, and they'll just walk through sometimes. And if they don't say thank you, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. I kind of wish I didn't open the door for her at that point.
I think I'll feel funny saying thank you to a dude. I'll be like, good looking or something.
Yeah, I definitely good looking.
I mean, you can say, if I'm going to a gas station, somebody open the door for me, I'm going to hold the door and be like, my man, or something like that.
Right.
Some sort of acknowledgement. But then when it comes to women, are you doing it for the thank you, or are you really just doing it because you're a nice guy?
I'm doing it because I'm a nice guy.
But you want the thank you as the payoff.
I don't care.
No, the thing that gets
I think he feel the type of way when he don't get the thank you.
Yeah,
but could have gave the thank you.
Because is it gonna kill you not to say thank you?
Biggest pet peeve, thing that drives me up a wall, letting somebody over in traffic or go by and they don't acknowledge it at all. Like they just you got to give me the thumbs up or the yeah or the something like. Acknowledge that I just let you in.
Sometimes that's me. But
I can go even further than that, though, Mon. I'll be mad if I let you in, but then you don't let nobody else in.
Yeah, you're a terrible
I'll be like,
person.
that's some bullshit. I let you in. You just
right.
gonna cut that lady off.
The road, a lot of people get mad at driving. I'm one of the people, man, I never get mad on the road. Never. If somebody cut me off or somebody in my rear end or whatever, it's just to me, because I ain't it's to me, it's just it don't rub me the wrong way. Now, if somebody almost hit me, my family in the car, then maybe I get a little bothered. But most of the time, I'm like, you know what? If you need to get over there, go and get over there, because I ain't about to lose my cool because you got somewhere to be or you don't got somewhere to be. It's not going to happen for me.
Ladies almost run you down trying to get to Walmart, trying to get to Target. I'm getting a little bit more irritated with drivers the older I get. So I used to be kind of calm, but now people do really, really ignorant and aggressive stuff in motor vehicles, and it kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit.
Now, have you ever had a situation where someone rubbed you the wrong way, or you rubbed somebody the wrong way, and they jumped out the car, the whip?
I told people the story before, where I was at work. This is years ago. Dude cut me off to get into the gas station. Just so happens I was going to the gas station, and then as soon as I get out the car, he's like aggressive after he cut me off, and we end up having words, and it ended up being physical because I told him we can talk from where you are now. If you get any closer, but that was when I definitely wouldn't have like. Now I feel like following people. Like now I want to follow people. Then I wouldn't have followed anybody. It just happened we were going to the same place. He just cut in front of me.
I think he said something different though, Mom. Didn't you say, have you ever been in a situation where you had to put somebody out your car?
No. When somebody got out of their car.
Oh, got out of their car, like hopped out on you.
Yeah, like hopped out, like yeah. So.
Oh, I was like, man, that don't make sense. I was like, I thought you was talking about have you ever been in an altercation you had to put somebody out your car?
I've been there.
I mean, I've had guys.
I don't think I ever just told somebody, get out my car. Fuck up my car.
Oh, I've definitely done that.
Did you make sure they got home safely, or was that just it?
No, that was just it. And I did. Listen, one time, and if you're watching the show now, one of my closest friends, man, he was like, he liked to drink a lot, and we was out of town. And he was just giving me the blues, man, just talking. And I'm like, my dude, get out. And it was on the freeway too. I kicked him right on the freeway. And I ain't even bat an eye. He got back to the hotel though.
As a younger man, when we had pagers, I remember being in the car with a chick and being like, she was just mad, annoying. So I asked her to get out and dial this number for me at the payphone, and when she got out, I kind of pulled off.
Oh, that was a sneak move.
It was in her neighborhood though, so it's not like I just left.
That
her.
was a sneak move.
That's like I left her somewhere where she didn't belong. It's still, I was my way.
Yeah, I definitely put somebody. I put somebody in the car.
Abandoned her. That's a whole lot different than get out the car.
But a lot of
And
times,
don't slam my door.
women want out the car. Yeah, I know y'all. Every man's been in that situation. Like, let me out right here.
Okay.
And you trail her about 6 steps.
Yeah.
Like, you tripping, man. Get back in the car.
Get in the car.
And then you had that thought in your head, like, I ain't got to take her home if she choose this route.
Like, I've definitely been like, babe, get in the car. Get in the car. Come on, let's talk about it. Get in the car.
I ain't going nowhere with you.
So what else?
I'll get home, trust me.
What else gets to you? What
This is like stupid people. Like I know it's kind of vague, but stupid people. I don't like stupid people. I don't like.
We'll get to y'all.
Just stupid people just drive me nuts, man. Like especially people that speak on something they don't know nothing about, but they know it. Like you can't tell them nothing. Like that kind of stuff just annoys me because like I'll argue with them because I want to win an argument. So
it seems like they don't want to let whatever they've been doing all this time, they don't want to let it go. And they mad and offended that you telling them something different.
Yo, what up,
What
Archie?
up, Jacqueline? I was about to say, what's up, Jacqueline? What's up,
Archie? Archie, man, you got to get at me, man. I ain't heard from you in a minute, man.
The real Black Moses.
Yeah, and wifey asked about him yesterday. She said, "Where Moses at?" I said, "Listen, he's somewhere, getting his commandments on." What bothers you guys? What people are watching the show right now. What really grinds your gears?
Oh, talking to the people.
Oh,
Anything? What bothers you? What gets on your nerves? I know Goldie was saying earlier he hate when people takes his kindness for weakness. That's a big one.
I feel like if I ain't in here loud talking and getting smart and slapping people around, should nobody else be in here doing that?
Yeah.
Like, let's just all be respectful, no matter if you can fight or not. Size, shape, color, creed. Let's just respect one another.
What about people that talk on their speakerphone, on their cell phone, man? Like in a line, a grocery line, or something like that. Oh, that just drives me nuts, man.
You're not that interested.
Oh my
It drives
God.
me nuts when they walking through the grocery store. You actually turn because you thought they was talking to you.
Yeah. And they be like,
That's some bullshit. What? Oh.
that drives me nuts, man. It's just, do you guys feel like because of like your temper is like smaller now, like you take less now than you used to be like years ago?
My fuse is shorter. My tolerance is less. I have almost zero tolerance for the effery, the BS. I just can't. At a certain time, I just gotta say, man, fuck it ain't. I'm about to tee off, or either I'm about to walk away.
People who eat impossible meat and cauliflower wings.
Impossible meat.
And cauliflower wings.
What the hell is impossible meat?
Plant-based meat.
Plant-based meat. I just ate some.
I don't trust people that don't eat meat.
After I ate a steak.
Those turkey bacon enthusiasts too. I can't stand turkey bacon.
You know, turkey bacon
is
is
horrible. It's the worst
turkey
thing.
bacon is like the equivalent of sex with a condom. That's what turkey bacon is.
I like my turkey in turkey form.
It's like,
So
The first time I heard it, I thought it would be these little slivers of the turkey's belly, like it was pig bacon. This must be. Then I realized it was
What up,
imitation bacon.
And like even you can't cook it to the point where it tastes like bacon.
Never.
turkey bacon is not the truth.
Like, I want a drumstick or a wing. I don't want nothing that don't look like a turkey.
That's why I like my turkey in turkey form.
Right.
If you're not a breast or a wing or a turkey sandwich,
I
I
don't
don't
like my
want you.
turkey bone in.
I don't like it.
I don't even like the turkey lunch meat for real.
Yeah, I like to say I got a thing with know-it-alls. I can't stand know-it-alls.
So,
I don't like people that
it is not.
and I'll even
What up,
go
Messy Esky?
with religion, like people that
Elena?
put their religion on you because that's the way they live, that you should live that way. I can't stand that.
The three things my holy trilogy is tough guy, basketball guy. I hate bullies, and I hate guys that are overly aggressive with women.
Overly aggressive, like
That's
Like
just
arguing,
bullies. That
like-
sound like bullies.
yeah,
in
that
general.
sounds like the same guy.
Yeah, like you just like you're tough with women, but then you're you're cool with guys. Like I don't that doesn't sit right with me.
Do you gotta try that shit with me, Complex?
Of course.
Yes, he does. No, I'll answer
course.
this. I'll answer this.
You won't
Yes,
say
he
to
does. Yes, he does.
You a bully's bully.
Yeah.
You
He's
bully
like
on
he
the
likes
bully.
sticking up for the small guy.
Right.
Yeah, he's supposed to. I don't like to see people get bullied.
I don't either. I got a whole thing about that. I completely relate to you.
It depends. It depends, cause I mean,
What can't you hear? Can y'all hear?
I don't really
They can't
bully.
hear you.
They can hear me on my live feed. They can hear on the Hump on the We Up feed
Yeah, bullies to me are necessary.
for
Building
punching.
building character, man.
Right.
Like if you can't like I had to deal with some bullies in high school and in middle school. Like if you don't run into any opposition before you getting out in the real world, man, you really don't know how to deal with it. Like you gotta have something. I ain't gonna say gotta, but like I like the fact that I stood up to my bullies because that builds something in you.
I think it's a difference though because.
Are we talking about today's bullies or bullies from back in the day?
I mean, whatever. Like
But bully a bully.
a bully.
Well,
is
a cyber bully
like,
is something different, though.
like it's different because I come from
He can
a.
get punched in the mouth.
No, no, I mean a cyber bully is somebody that put up pictures of you and dog your character out around the world. But like somebody that's like sitting behind you in class throwing paper behind your ear, that's a kind of different kind of bully.
I mean, so I come from a family that we joke hard, so that builds a toughness. When you joke with, when you get roasted by your mom who knows everything about you, something somebody else says don't bother you as much because it's not even really true.
Well, I'm not
Number
talking
one,
so much the.
I'm just saying roasting, but I'm saying when you get to a point.
That's just thin skin. If you can't take a joke,
But someone just told me a story this week about how her son was being bullied in school, and she didn't know he tried to kill himself a couple months ago, just from being bullied, and he was starting to be bullied again. So it's like, and there's kids that's around him and stuff like that. Like it bothers me,
Okay.
because
so I'm not saying that the bullies were right. So I'm definitely
that's
not.
kind of what you're saying. You're
No.
saying it builds
No,
toughness.
I kind of want to piggyback off what you said. I think bullies is necessary because they teach you your place. And I know that sounds fucked up, but they teach you your place in the pecking order of life. Like, if you're a tough guy early, you don't have to wait till you're 35 and try to run up and defend somebody and get all your teeth knocked out.
I
It's
mean-
like, what the fuck? Did I never been hit that hard?
But to me, it's like if you want to be a tough guy, you go fuck with the tough people. You can't consider yourself a tough guy and pick with somebody and pick with somebody that's not gonna fight you back.
Okay, first of all,
you know is not gonna fight you back.
First of all, bullies don't want to be tough guys. They want to be feared.
Pussy.
That's a different kind
Pussy.
of like thing.
Pussy.
And also,
that's pussy.
but that's
So
what
how can you respect that then? You can't possibly respect that.
I don't.
You can't respect that.
I don't respect it, but I'm saying that's who they are.
Whenever you're in school or whatever it is, you know people that are about that life. You know people that
Right.
fuck with you back. And if you purposely avoid them to mess with weaker kids, you a pussy.
You're a sucker. Yeah, absolutely.
That's like cops.
But
that's like cops that pull people over and harass them. But you don't do that shit.
But that's the definition of a bully.
To where the niggas shoot back at.
That's the definition of a bully. Somebody.
So
that's
how are they? So they're not good for society.
They're not
They're
looking
not good
for
anything.
Yeah, but unless you.
Only thing bullies are good for is smacking.
If you don't face some kind of opposition, sometimes you know you're not going. And when you finally face something, you ain't gonna know how to react. Like I believe, like, and this from like when I was coming up, like I got jumped in my front yard by a bully, and I was scared of him. His name was Steven. And
if it's just one of them, you can't get jumped.
If you don't know his last name, you weren't really scared of him.
And so I remember
Stephen Smith.
I remember running in the house, and my mother was like, "No, get your ass back out there and fight him."
Right.
And my mother said she ran me back out there. Now he still beat me though, but my mother, he was beating on me. My mother was whooping me at the same time, saying, "Fight back."
That just sounds like a whole toxic situation.
That's a lesson though. Like you ain't gonna win everything, but you fight back. You fight back, and that's how I was raised. You know, if it was a situation and somebody was about to put their hands on you, then win or lose, you fight back. And then if you don't ever get in that situation, you're gonna run.
That's cool, and that works for you.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's to me. It's necessary. It was necessary.
That switch don't turn on for everybody.
Well, I mean, and those are the people.
I was fortunate enough to where most of the time I was the smallest, and if older guys would pick on me before I was really into the fighting thing, I had older friends that would take up for me. That made me want to take up for other people, because it's like, it's crazy how a bigger guy would mess with me but wouldn't mess with my brother or wouldn't mess with one of my other friends. Like that made me understand, like, oh, they don't like it when you apply that pressure back.
I think we're having a separate argument though. I'm not saying that bullies are good people. I'm not even saying
needed.
I'm saying that it's the what's the circle of life. Damn it.
You sound real pro bully.
Like you don't know what you are until something hits you. You don't. And bullies a lot of times are the force that hit you, and then you learn how to fight back.
I agree that adversity helps you grow in life, but bullies
are adversity.
When something makes people want to kill themselves, there's no good place for that in the world.
All right, so
when something makes
I'm not advocating that a bully is necessary for some people. I think it's different things, but I mean, we can also say. I mean, I ain't gonna say also. I'm gonna say I can say
the kids that commit suicide because of this would
we can also say that some of these kids out there aren't like in a situation where they have been toughened up.
They shouldn't have to be in school. You shouldn't be in fear for your life in school.
Okay, you making it seem like it's some kind of like.
You're making it seem like it's not.
It's a holy grail.
It's a serious thing.
You're making it seem like
kids
it's a holy
grail. Kids are killing themselves because of
you
bullies.
acting like it's fair. I've never said it was fair, and I never said it was right. I'm just saying it happens.
But
that's what I'm trying to say.
You're saying you agree with why it happens.
No, I'm saying that you can't. When you face adversity, that's how you become tougher. Like if you don't never face anything, you could have
said that's what I just said. You didn't say that at the beginning.
Lord have mercy, I did say that's what bullies do. They're adversity, and when you face a bully, you become stronger. Even if you lose,
not all the time.
Not all the time, but then again, that's something else though. That's not just a bully, because like I know some people that commit suicide ain't got nothing to do with a bully. Like it's some people that like take themselves out because they think somebody bullying them, because they think somebody's saying something.
You spinning now.
No, it ain't spinning. I'm telling the truth. You know,
no, it's not.
You're making it seem like.
No, you're making it seem. Like
I'm telling you what it is from my perspective. That bullies in some way make people stronger. Like it don't mean everybody in every situation ain't the same.
Needed.
Not they were needed in my life. So I
It
can't
did
say
that.
because
I
it
will
made
say
it,
you
the
can't
young
say they're
folks
neither.
now,
Huh?
the young folks now didn't have the same upbringing that y'all and some people in my generation did. That's why they'll die if they eat a peanut. You know what I mean? Like we was taught to be tough early.
and how were you taught?
Just going outside playing in dirt and falling and scraping your knee and fighting and talking stuff.
Like one of the points I'm trying
It
to
was
make
adversity.
with the bullies
Cinco de Mayo show. What up, Red? What up?
and why I said it's different now than different then, because like when somebody bullied me or when somebody was bullied in school or whatever, they either got their butt whipped, they got better, or they went and got their brothers or whatever stuff. Now these kids are committing suicide, so I'm not advocating bullies now. The way it's being done. Now, that's why I asked you, what are we talking about? Like the cyberbullying, that's a different level of bullying, because somebody could post something about you and you could see your whole life flash in front of you and that ain't even you. Somebody can make you out to be something that you ain't even, and you can't fight that. But what you can fight is a person putting his fist on you right then and there. You can fight him back. You can't fight your image, not at a young age. That's what I'm trying to say. Not just like every bully is like necessary, but every bully it's different now than it was when I was coming up. That I agree with, because people are killing themselves because they're being bullied. But that don't mean when I was coming up, people wasn't doing that. People, I mean, if you got bullied, you just fought back, or you was just bullied.
But you don't understand, like, sometimes the anxieties and the psychological trauma that is placed on people from bullying that rides with you until you're an adult. Part of the reason that I am aggressive is because I did have a bully that I had to fight back. But I think about those days where I didn't want to go to school because this dude is going to mess with me. And I wasn't even scared of him. I was scared of his older brother.
Right, I mean, but
So you're going through all this stuff as I shouldn't be going through this in the second
you
fucking
shouldn't.
grade.
I'm not saying you should. I'm just
a
saying
young
it,
dude shouldn't have to go through that.
I'm not saying
but like you
it's-
said,
it's
now, like
not
you
a
said,
prerequisite.
once I fought him back, once I finally fought him back, because like I said, it wasn't even like he was beating me up. It was just more like he was more like menacing, just messing with me to the point. That's probably why I'm the way I am now. Don't mess with me. If people don't mess with me, there will be no problem.
I'm not saying it's like a temp service hiring bullies
But I'm saying
to
even at
toughen
now,
up America.
But I'm saying even at now at this age, I remember the anxiety I felt just trying to go to school because some kid wanted to be an asshole.
Right, but
So
also,
I feel like nobody should have to feel that way.
yeah, but that's not the real world. That don't happen. That's everybody at some point in time is going to feel that way. Like you're going to get it somewhere, whether it be a bully, whether it be a job, whether it be a corporation, whether it be a police officer. You're going to be in a situation where you're going to be adverse and you're going to have to fight back. So if you're saying that, I'm not advocating bullies. I'm advocating people learning to fight whatever's bothering them or fight whatever. And even in the case of the people who unfortunately took their lives, they're fighting something too, and they should be fighting to get better in that situation. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not telling, like, I'm not trying to sign up bullies, like, you know, put them in the school to make people tougher. That's not what I'm saying.
That's what I took out of it.
I'm not saying that, but you have to, at some point in time, you got to fight something. And for me, it was fighting back with bullies. And I know a lot of people that was like that when they got punched and then they got punched and then that third punch, it was like, I ain't getting punched no more.
Right.
That comes not just in bullies, but in life in general. And the earlier you find that out, the better off you're going to be. That's all I'm saying.
But a lot of people, like I said, it works for you. Maybe even work for me. It don't work for everybody.
In some ways it did though.
Because some people, like it's the same thing with the dudes you say you play basketball with, the ones you say that really don't want it. Them the same cats. They really don't want it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not like I'm not advocating that they should be better people, because I don't even care about them. What I'm saying is, like, for real, I had to learn how to fight back. Now, like, we talk all the time, like off the air, about work situations or whatever and stuff. Mm-hmm. Part of the reason I am the way I am in work environments with bosses and all that kind of stuff is because I dealt with that at an early age. So you're not going to intimidate me, like physically, financially, in no way. And that's because I learned that I got to fight back. I have to speak. I got to hit. I got to do whatever I got to do to get back. And that came from learning, dealing with bullies and stuff. That's all I'm saying. And like, maybe some people don't need a bully to fight back, but it's kind of worked for me. Now, like I said, this stuff now, this bullying now is different. Because you could post a naked picture of a 15-year-old across the internet, and now her life is ruined. I get that. So I'm not saying that, and when they commit suicide or they go through depression, I get that. I'm not saying that. But from when I was coming up, a fist and a fist and a fist, and then I ain't taking it no more.
I still think, even in the case of fighting, it's a difference between having to fight, to me, and being bullied. Like, along the lines, yeah, most people are going to have to fight. But it's different when, like you said, when you're being bullied. To me, it's just, I don't know, like I said, to me, it's just, I don't know, it's just pussy to me. That's just how I feel.
They are the lowest
And like you said,
form of people. Don't get me wrong.
But it's not even in any, sense as, even as kids, even as adults, even as corporation, even as cops, even as a country that bullies other countries. That's pussy.
But it's there though. Like, it ain't going nowhere.
I'm not denying it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying how I feel about it.
And the sooner that you can fight back in some way, it's so many battles. I don't know, like, stuff that everything that you've been through, but it's so many battles that you've been in that you ain't win. But it was just the fact that you fought back.
But like I said, I just think about the people that aren't built like that.
I mean, but God bless them, man, and I hope they can get tougher skin. That's all I'm saying, or get the help they need to be better. But you're not going to get rid of the bullies. They're not going anywhere.
So is that? What's that? So we took it to the streets. We squared up. We met outside after school. I learned how to stand up for myself because of being bullied. I do feel without it, we have continued to let people walk all over me. I mean, and like you said, that's fine.
But you just have to. I mean, and not like you said, everything ain't for everybody. I get that. But I mean, in my world, had I not been like taken advantage of early, then I probably would have, when it finally would have happened in my life, I might have took a harder punch than I needed to take. That's what I'm saying.
So
now,
anyway,
like, I mean, I kind of want to, go a little further on this. Because
go where?
Because of you.
What I
so
did
the guy that bullied you, how long was it before you kicked his ass? Because I know at some point in time it happened.
Like, I remember it vividly. It was like 2 weeks, whatever. I remember moving to East Cleveland, 2nd grade, and bullying didn't start to the 3rd grade. And like you said, it wasn't like he was just physically pounding me or beating me up. It was little stuff, bumping me, walking past me, knocking my lunch card off my desk. And then, like you said, it's 3rd, 4th grade, so that's back when we used to go into the bathroom in groups, like groups of 3. And like you said, at home, like I said, I never really had problems at home. But at home, it's like back in my day, in my little world, going to school was my little getaway. And it's like, I can't even look forward to that because of this asshole. That's just fucking with me for whatever reason. We ended up going to the bathroom one day. And, like you said, it's fight or flight. Now we in front of the whole class is outside. There's 3 of us in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. I'm not about to, not that he ever did it before, but I'm not about to let him chase me out the bathroom. He said something. I took my left forearm, I pinned him up against the wall, and I just started firing on him. Boom, 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 boom. Until the teacher called us out. I remember him saying, I didn't think you was that strong. Like, and after that, he never bothered me again. But then I found out, years later, talking to a mutual friend of ours, that he was actually bullying on another girl and how that messed with her whole life. Like, it really bothered her, and everything kind of came full circle. But I remember, like what you're saying, we went 2 separate paths because she couldn't pound him, she couldn't do anything to him.
Well, I mean, a dude that, all right, so that's a different area. If it's a guy bullying a girl, that's a different kind of situation. That's assault. It's no, I mean it's serious. I mean, like, that's another thing. A woman and a man.
Same bully got beat up by a girl though.
Yeah, I mean, well, she was about that. She was about that life.
Another girl didn't take that. Another girl fired on him in class. Bam, 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 bam. So
this is gonna come off as
It reminds
being
me. It reminds me of A Few Good Men, where with the dude Sam, not Sam. Sam says the line like, only thing they did was they bullied a weaker kid. Like strong kids that bully weak kids, or even if they're weak kids bullying weaker kids. It just don't sit right with me.
It's not supposed to. I'm okay. Like I said before, I'm not saying that we should give them checks. You know, I mean, I'm just saying that it's, and I'm gonna take it from this using your situation, with the girl. Something should have been done, or somebody should have stepped in at some point in time.
But a lot of it is when people don't even know what's going on.
Right.
I would like to feel like if I knew what was going on back then, I would have did something. I would like to feel like if an adult knew what was going on back then, they would have did something. But a lot of times, like you said, they do stuff to where it's not obvious. Like you said, they just bother you to where it's like kind of like more. Like I said, a lot of it isn't really. Some of it, Billy, is not even more physical. It's more mental stuff. They just do stuff to mess with you.
I think it's more mental
that
now.
Other people don't see
than it was then. But I mean, and the point, and this is going to come off kind of harsh, and I almost hesitate to say this. There's just like, and you've said this before. There's just evil out there.
Don't try to.
It's just, no.
Don't try to say something bad and then put it on me. Like,
no, I mean, no. It's just evil out there. It's just out there.
I get it.
And
I don't
putting a face on evil sometimes is complicated, but it just attacks when it can, you know, and in situations. But that's life, though. I mean,
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying, and I understand that's my biggest thing in life is being fair. I get that there's evil out there, but to me, if it's really evil and you're just really looking to have an altercation with somebody, there's plenty of people that wake up every day wanting altercation.
But that's
one of those people.
But they don't want that though. All right, so I mean, we're just
one
talking
of those people.
But bullies ain't looking for people that they could like have a fair fight with. They don't want that. They ain't looking for that. They're looking for people that could dominate. They're doing a bully. Most of the time, bullies are suffering from their own self-esteem, so they're getting off on other people trying to feel better. So they're not going to go to somebody that they got a chance of losing to. Like, I mean, that's not how they built. I mean, they're horrible people. Some of them grow out of it. Like even like the one dude I was telling you about that I got into it. I seen him later in life, like in high school. And at this time where I was being bullied, it was like elementary. I think I was in like the 1st or 2nd grade, and he was like in the 4th or 5th or something like that. But when I seen him later in life, he had a job, kids, whatever and stuff, and he was like, I don't know if he was like going around smacking people upside the head, but he was out of that. I don't know what his life turned to be, but I could tell he wasn't the same person. Plus I was 6'2" then, and anybody wanted to fight me then. But still, like, I mean, I just think, I mean, like every man's battle isn't the other person's battle, and you know, it's just complicated, man.
I think we need another sponsor read, sir.
Sponsor read on you.
Sponsor read, sir.
You got the information on it?
I don't. It's on my phone. I'm using my phone. I guess I can use my watch. I have the technology.
Nice watch. No.
You made me go hard on J. Cole all week on social media because of last week.
Listen, I didn't make you do nothing. That was you. You were bullying J. Cole. I wonder if J. Cole come up tomorrow, if he commits suicide from your post, what's the plan?
Well, from saying he's a mediocre at best rapper.
Yeah, what if he's just like, what if he's like valuing you as like a media music aficionado?
If J. Cole is looking for my opinion to validate anything, he needs to sit on somebody's couch.
He might need
number
that.
one. But I would feel very bad if he self-harmed because I said something bad about him. You're correct.
You kind of bullied him, just so you know. And he's fighting back. Platinum LP. No, that's how he fights back.
Aren't y'all waiting for music from him?
I'm not like, I don't follow him like that.
Yeah, I think I know my name. My name is not even in your you don't even got my name in your phone?
I will talk about that later.
I think J. Cole and Drake is the same person. Like Humpty Hump and Shock G, he just put on a dreadlock wig and keep rapping.
That's because Drake is talented.
Oh, now what if he just, never mind. You go.
So today's show is sponsored by Hereford. Now I got to start over again.
Okay, it's cool. I
For
mean, you got
employment
time.
service. I got choked. I didn't bring my water either. Employment services located at 2490 Lee Boulevard, Suite 305, Cleveland Heights, Ohio 44118. Offering BCI and FBI fingerprinting services and also CPR, first aid, BLS training classes. For your needs, please call 216-714-CPRI.
And bullies can call too.
I will also put this information on my live feed on my Facebook and on my Instagram. Hereford Employment Services. So, yeah, he said Drake and J. Cole are the same person, huh?
He trying to control all rap. It's just a costume.
And then Drake kind of dresses nice. J. Cole dresses like he's homeless.
Dude, I'm just saying, if he kills himself,
He looks a
for
little
this podcast.
He can ball though. I watch him play basketball. He can ball.
Okay. I'm just saying, man. You
He
lightweight
just-
bullying
he just
J. Cole.
can't- he
You're
just can't-
bullying J.
He
Cole
just can't
right
he
now.
just can't put together a 16 that moves me.
He did one time.
Just one time.
One time.
Anyway,
He's bullying J. Cole on the
did.
air. On the air, man.
I just do it the best with the fans. You J. Cole stands amuse me. Not you, but I'm just saying.
So like and I'm gonna piggyback off our last topic or whatever where we was going. Do you feel like and I know you have an incredible relationship with your children.
They all right.
As do I. I have one sane one and one crazy one, but that's for another day.
Do I have to guess which is which?
No, you don't. You don't have to.
I don't. You
Yeah,
should.
you know who the crazy one is. Right now, she's probably hanging off the balcony talking about who want to fight. But do you feel like this old dude I used to work with? He said different clientele. Like these children now are just cut from a different cloth as far as like skin wise. Like when you were saying your family roast. Do you feel like? No, I feel like a lot of these kids don't have the skin like we had coming up. Not all of us, but a lot of us. Like I can think of people. I used to play the dozens in high school, and we could talk about somebody and we could laugh it off, and then it's done. You know, and maybe tomorrow we pick it back up. But now it seems like if something like happens like that now, they take it home, they internalize it, and it's something else. Do you feel that, or is this just me?
I think like because of social media, and for whatever reason, it's just more information out there. Like people would say stuff that was mean, funny, or whatever, but how accurate it was back then, yeah, it's hit or miss. Now there's so much information where, like I said, it might not even be you, might not even be on social media. It might be one of your parents. Like, they see stuff, somebody might see something your parent posts or your older sibling or something, and they use that to ride you. And like you said, that goes out to a wide stream of people. And that's one thing I can take a joke. I can take being the brunt of a joke, but I don't like to be embarrassed. Like, it's a difference between, I'm not cool enough to say I'll never fall. I just hit myself in the head with a patio umbrella yesterday. Like, so I'm like, that's a whole different story.
So you bullied yourself.
I'm not, but I'm just saying, I'm not beyond, making mistakes, but I'm beyond, I don't like for someone to try to purposely embarrass me. So I can just imagine now with somebody trying to do that with online, to where, like you said, how my bullying was more intimate, and like now everybody gets to see it. Everybody gets to witness it. Like, I don't know how I would have took that back then. Like, would I had went into a shell, or when I finally got my chance, would I have murdered homeboy? Like, I'm saying that's that thing.
Probably shouldn't say that on the air, just in case you did something. I'm just
saying, with the way I feel about embarrassment, if other people were seeing what I was letting him get away with at first, there's no telling what I would have did for revenge or to make it stop. Or so, to answer your question, do they just not have thicker skin? I think it's a different game. I think people have thick skin for the most part, or can take a certain level of stuff. But I think, like I said, I think it's a whole different level of, like I said, antagonizing, bullying, just just meanness now. Like people are just mean.
Well, I think okay.
Heck,
I'm going to segue in this. So earlier today, I was at work, and we was watching one of my old stand-up comedy routines from like the improv.
That had to be brutal.
Yeah,
That's bullying. If you made somebody watch that, that's definitely bullying.
They're still sick right now. And we got about halfway through the show because we was at work when it was taking place.
Oh, we're setting the number wrong. We're saying it's up there. It's just 216-714 CPR. 216-714 CPR.
Oh, you all right. So on the text you sent me, it's the CRI.
I mean, that's the text I got, but it's not an I. I guess it's a /.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. So we'll read that 2 more times.
And she said that's domestic violence. Oh, I think she was talking about
Bullying.
Oh, so anyway, we was watching one of my shows, and you remember like when we first started, I was like brutal on some people, like especially with Gabby Sidibe and some other people. I would rather not go back, and I've grown as a person.
A little bit.
I don't really go at people like that. But anyway, we was watching this videotape of me. I mean, performance up on YouTube, and I was real critical of slow people. At the time, I called them retarded, and I had some jokes about Venus and Serena.
Oh, CPR one.
Venus and Serena, and a couple other people. So we was watching this, and like people, like the couple, like my coworkers, they were laughing, and all I kept thinking was like, I could be murdered if I did that today. Like if I did that, the stuff that I was doing, like I'll get murdered. But back then, that was just it. You could say something about somebody, and it wasn't like the end of the world. But now, like especially the stuff I said about Venus and Serena, like it was you know how my man James T. Hook say bad form. It was bad form, but it was funny then. Like if you listen to the crowd was cracking up. But like if I did the show today, I would be roasted in front of the world. Like people would like be making it seem like I was the worst person on the planet. So do you think like PC has anything to do with the skin or the social way people are viewing things?
No, I just think that now people.
Well, I was just a jerk. No,
people aren't going with the like they're not going along with the crowd now. They're speaking because there's a bunch of stuff that people say that other people just laugh because they see other people laugh about it. Like
oh no, this stuff was really funny. But I mean,
to you,
no, it was really funny to everybody because it was like funny. But back then, it wasn't so bad to say it. Like
that doesn't make it right though.
I didn't never say it was right. I just said it was funny.
No, I mean, as far as me as people, I just think the world is catching up with stuff like that. Like it shouldn't be acceptable in any form.
See, I always took the advantage, but now I'm changing a little bit about comedy. Like I felt like comedy's comedy, but if I don't want to say something now,
but we had this discussion. I always felt like that was a cop out, saying mean things about people and saying it's just comedy. It's not.
No, I mean, but
it's not.
Comedy is relevant though.
DL Hughley does it all the time. You say mean stuff about people and then hide behind it's just comedy. It's just a joke.
Well, see, and this is where we like differ. See, first of all, comedy is relevant to the person listening to it and laughing to it. Something that you might not think is funny, I might think funny. So even if you don't think it's funny, it's not funny to you. But if somebody else laughs, it's funny to them. So that's comedy. Like that's comedy. It's this all inclusive tent of everything. It's people making jokes about lepers and people making jokes about Holocaust survivors. And even though we don't find it funny, there's somebody laughing at it. So it's comedy. That's all inclusive. It doesn't matter. Now, if it's tasteful to you or it's tasteful to somebody else, that's where you listen to what you want to listen to. But what I was trying to say is not just because of stuff is being funny to me or funny not to somebody else. Like now I'm more of a conscious phase now. I don't take shots at people that don't take shots at me. Or if I take a shot at somebody, it's mainly because I won't take a shot at their physical or situation. Like if it's somebody that's like in jail for robbing a bank because they did something dumb or something. I'll take a shot like that, but I'm not going to take a shot at somebody for being overweight, or I'm not going to take a shot at somebody for being mentally challenged. I'm not going to take a shot at somebody for their skin color. I'm not going to take a shot at somebody for their hair not being done. I don't do that no more. But that was me. That's conscious. That's conscious me. You know, I don't.
So then I should ask you, what changed?
I just got older, and I had children, and I just don't. It's just not me no more. Now I've still watched people, just take shots at people physically for whatever reason, and stuff like that. And some of it can be funny, some of it's not funny to me. But that's me. Like the audience that I had, or the audience that I'm in now, is just a different bracket. I'm not in that bracket anymore. It's a comic. I don't know what she still does. Her name is Lisa Lampelli. And she was like really raunchy, and she's like really, it's a slapstick kind of routine or whatever, and that was her whole thing, was like to take shots at other races and all this. Don Rickles, I use people like that because he was quick to call somebody out of their name racially, but it was all his stick. It couldn't fly now. But there are people that can go back and watch Don Rickles and still laugh at it because it's funny to them.
It is. I just come from I come from a different breed or class of what you say, comedy. I think there's tasteful way you can talk about people. I also think that I would never say anything about somebody that I kind of wouldn't say about myself, just in comedy. But then, like I said, you bring up Don Rickles, then you bring up Joan Rivers, who used to talk about everybody, including herself. But it was tasteful, though, to me.
Yeah, right. And that's the key. That's what I need you to remember. To you, like, I mean, you're the audience of one. It's because you're consuming it, so you consume what you like. But other people, maybe not so much. Like this is so crazy because when he was talking about this cancel culture stuff right now, because like the Kevin Hart joke that got him in trouble and got him kicked off the not kicked off, but at first kicked off and then like resigned for the award show, whatever and stuff, and then. You go back and watch Raw, people. Go back and watch Raw. The first, the Eddie Murphy Raw, and watch the shots he was taking at, not just at homosexuality. He was just taking all kinds of shots, and he's a legend. Like people not going back because to them, it's almost like the R. Kelly thing. R. Kelly did this, but man, look at his music. That's the Eddie Murphy thing. That thing, and I'm not like knocking Eddie or whatever and stuff, but it was funny to people then. And they still laughing to a certain degree now because it's a classic. People still call Raw a classic. And if you go back and watch it, you'd be like, man, let them say something like that, like Mr. T being gay right now. Like for real. Like that would right now not fly if out of another comic's mouth. So, I mean, it's just like, and I know a lot of people that enjoyed Raw, or some of the earlier Richard Pryor stuff, when he was doing like he was doing that kind of stuff. It was funny then to some people, and it's just not now. It's just not. It's just like we're not 2 PC. We're just PC right now, and you just can't get away with a lot of that stuff now. Like you said, people are better.
You look at it even with rap. Rap has changed. I remember, like I said, I listen to stuff now that I used to listen to stuff then. They say stuff all the time.
NWA.
They say that. No, not even NWA. There's a lot of conscious rappers that used to throw the word fag around. Homosexual, faggot. Like it's all in rap. Like. I heard it back then, but now I can hear it.
Now, do you cringe when you hear it now?
Yeah.
I mean, so and like when I said NWA, I wasn't talking about you, but like I recently listened to an old NWA album because I was in this Ice Cube mode, and I wanted I'd start following the beef back and forth and stuff. And there's a lot of stuff on there, man, that if I put on in the car with my daughter, my youngest daughter, I'd be embarrassed.
Yeah, but I think Crazy T, didn't we have this conversation last time you was here?
Yeah.
So, like him, I've never called a gay person a faggot. Have I used the word before? Yes.
Yeah, I never called
it. But mostly to antagonize.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Emasculate another dude.
Right. But the thing is, now it's attached to people that really do hate them, and they're using it in a hateful way. Like I said, I've used it to antagonize men before because that's it. Where I'm from, that's one of the most disrespectful things you can say.
I use it now for lesbian women that still like penis, like fag.
I'm pretty sure they appreciate the term. Somewhere there's a late.
But I'm saying, now that I think of it, does it make the way I used it right? No. Do I use it now? No. I call my brother Fact sometimes, but that's a whole different story. I think as we get older, as times change, you kind of understand what's acceptable by society standard and just what's acceptable as you as a person that has grown. So I don't let the fact that society is keeping me from doing these things. Internally, I know some certain things that I used to do or the way I used to act is just wrong, and I've outgrown it.
Now, I mean, okay, so we'll use the word fag for instance. I never really was a big. I think I did.
Wasn't, but like I said, when it was,
I use the more colorful ones like queer.
When it's go time, when it's go time,
I can say some other things, but
I'm saying when it's go time and you're using these slurs, like I said, I've never used that slur towards a gay person, ever.
Well, I mean, if we being completely honest, you ain't really know a lot of them back in the day anyway.
I think you did.
No, you knew them, but you ain't know that they was gay.
Yeah,
Like when I was coming up, it was like 4 gay guys that I knew that were gay. It was like 4.
That's about the same. I mean, like you said, you didn't know.
It's like 75 now. Same thing.
I didn't go out my way to bully them or call them
Oh
names.
no, I don't think I was never. I like my whole motto has always been my whole life, even before it was like trendy.
But as things change, like you said, people when people started to really be hurt or really start to focus on people because of these things and these words, yeah, it had to change.
You know something ignorant I used to say, and I when this one guy approached me out there at a show one time, and I did a show about like some slow people, and he said, "You know what? Don't you feel bad? You talking about these people like that?" And I said, "You know what? They people too, and they deserve to laugh." And I said, if I talk about anybody else, I can talk about them. And I was so naive, I was kind of caught up in the moment or whatever, and I had to realize that they can't defend themselves. Some of them can't defend themselves.
Right.
So it's like it is a growth like situation, but at the same time, I do think there's a lot of PC going around that's unnecessary, in my opinion.
I agree. If you're going to be equal, you should be able to get the good and the bad. Like, I've been watching Comedy Central, like on late night, they let the cussing go. They'll let you say nigga all day, but if somebody says fag, they'll bleep it out. That's not equality, you know? If you're going to be equal, be equal.
That's true. But you know, that word is almost like completely. I mean, when was the last time you heard somebody say fag freely and openly other than this show today? I mean, for real. I mean, like, who says it now?
Seriously, nowhere.
But they slip and say nigga. They slip and say nigga a lot.
Are they slipping? Are they really slipping?
They not really slipping. What do my man say? I say nigga every day. It makes my teeth white. But I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird though. Like when I take a step back and think of some of the stuff I used to say and some stuff I used to listen to, I don't know if it's growth or just like I just think it's phased out. Like in this time, it's just not.
Yeah, I mean, there are songs. Ghetto Boys, Bushwick, Mind of a Lunatic. How graphic that song is, and I knew it word for word as a young teen when he talks about raping and mutilating women.
Do you remember a line in what Ice Cube? What it was an NWA song?
Like you said, something like that.
When he said, "Remember that song? I'm getting faded." And he was like, instead of getting the money, I need to kick the chick in his tummy. Yeah, I mean, I'm listening like, dang, my daughter sitting right there, like my daughter sitting next to me. Like I can't do that, man. It's
like you said, stuff we used to rap along to, but
that was a dope line back then. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, too, there was a sense of it never made me want to do it. It was just a story. He was just a character telling a story. It wasn't something that gave me the blueprint to, this is how I treat women. This is how I treat a pregnancy scare. Like, it didn't, like you said.
Q said the kicker.
Yeah, he said the kicker.
That's how you get rid of the baby.
So I think that too, like now, people take these lyrics so literal. You can't say that stuff. You can't say it because these dumb motherfuckers will try it.
Yeah, they definitely try it. They definitely would try it. You're right. it's chicks thinking they doing a WAP video on TikTok. So I mean,
I would just like to point out that that's your second reference to that, and there will be no more WAP.
I know. I mean,
there will
you
be
know,
no more WAP references.
that was like, all right. I won't reference it, but the reason that song sticks out in my mind, other than the message of it or whatever and stuff like that, and like I think it's like a total false woman empowerment song. I really do, because if you say to a strong woman that your strength relies is from that thing, then they'll get mad at you. But then they'll come back and say, "This is what I am." You know what I mean? So that's why it kind of takes me by. I think it's a fun song for some people. For some people,
It's not for me. So let's do it.
we only got a couple minutes left in the show, so you want to do the read again?
Sure. Let me pull it up. Go ahead. You can still talk while I pull it up.
Maybe I don't want to talk. maybe I just want to see
Nobody
you.
wants to hear you
Maybe I
talk.
just want to see you struggle finding the read.
Nobody wants to hear you talk. I'm kind of thrown off without my water. So, Hereford Employment Services, the show is sponsored today by, is located at 2490 Lee Boulevard, Suite 305, Cleveland Heights, 44118, offering BCI and FBI fingerprinting services, and also offering CPR, first aid, BSL training classes. For your needs, please call 216-714-CPR1 for more information.
And also, she also has a book out too. She was on the show the first week. So.
She actually offered to give us signed copies, but I told her you didn't read.
Thanks.
So maybe I'll get one for your wife. I'll get one for my partner. Because she actually reads.
She does.
Things.
I read.
You don't.
I do, man.
You
How do you think I get the
don't.
batteries in the remote? Are you serious?
You look at the plus and the minus sign.
That's reading.
That is not. You probably.
It's kind of like hieroglyphics.
You probably hit it with your finger, like, yeah.
I mean, that's still kind of like reading.
It is not. But go ahead.
But yeah, man, great show today, man. I really appreciate your
It
vantage
wasn't.
point. I mean, your vantage point is much needed. Like right after he's about to go beat somebody up outside, but he ain't gonna bully him though. He gonna be like, man, do you think you can beat me? And the guy be like, yeah. He be like, all right, let's fight.
I'm going to Fight Club downtown.
He's like, let's fight. I'm not gonna bully you, but we will fight.
All right, that's cool. I'm good. We're with it. I just don't like bullies.
And I don't think anybody likes them.
You kind of came off as you did.
I don't like bullies. I like what happens sometimes when a bully has a positive effect on somebody. That sounded horrible. I don't know.
It doesn't.
When a bully makes your life better, I'm into that. Anybody that's been
When
bullied,
bullying makes your life better.
anybody that's been
It
bullied and
doesn't.
overcame, I'm down with that. Just
How much time we have left?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. The late guy can't tell us how much time we got left. We're going at.
Yeah, 2 minute warning.
We got 22 minutes for you, buddy.
Right.
So 2 minute warning. Is there anything else you want to say? Final word, parting shots, franchise cam.
I want to shout out to all my bullies.
Who made you a better person?
It was this one
If this
dude,
is the best version of you, they definitely failed.
Hey, it was this dude in high school, junior high, went to Spellacy. Was it Spellacy? No, it wasn't Spellacy. It was Mooney. Anyway, he had a crush on my sister, and then my sister left, and then it was just me and him, and he always used to try to fight me all the time. But my sister would always save me because he liked her or whatever. So when she left, he seen me in the hallway one time, and I was cutting class. And dude, I swear to you, me and this dude fought for 15 minutes in the hallway, and nobody knew to break it up. And we literally were like locked up, punching and all that kind of stuff. He was older than me, and but he couldn't understand why I wouldn't run, and like he couldn't get it. He was like, man, you should be running because I'm going to beat you up, and I just didn't run, man. I mean, and I remember the teacher that broke us up. He was like, how long y'all been out here? Because we sweating. Like.
That was 5 rounds.
Yeah, we sweating. I used to call him because
I was about to say 15 minutes. Them championship rounds too. Regular rounds only 3 minutes.
listen,
Jesus.
he was missing like 4 teeth in the front, and I used to call him Spinks. That's why he hated me. I was like, my sister ain't dating you, Spinks.
So you probably deserved it, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I mean, but he didn't really win. We was going at it. Boy, I was that dude.
I mean,
Sorta.
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with standing your ground.
He was at me too. He's like, your sister ain't here no more. I was like, yeah, come on with it, Spinks.
Still kind of weak 15 minutes, and neither one of y'all put the other one away.
Yeah, that's true. I'd like to thank everybody that tuned into the show today, man. We truly appreciate you and everybody, man. We love y'all, man. Keep watching the show. We hope to give you much, much, much better content every week. For the Hump, I am Franchise Cam.
More love.
And we holler at y'all next week. Peace.
Out.